Today is Tuesday, Tuesday the mending, Monday the washing, everybody happy, well I should say. That's from Sharon Lois and Bram. And when you were little Emma, I used to, well Nana came and stayed with us for a while, I used to mend even socks. I ironed everything because I was home with you because you were still under 3. And at 3 I started looking for work. It was futile. It wasn't a good idea. It was futile. But even when I'm working, I still try to find a way, such as working nights, to get all of the washing and the mending and the ironing, the baking and the cleaning done. That wasn't what I came to talk about. As I was mending the walked-on backs of the pants and the straps of the tank tops and things, the bottoms of a couple of pairs of socks, my running room socks, finally started to wear out. So I cut fabric out of an old t-shirt in the shape of the bottom of the sock, and I sewed it on the bottom of the sock because they're a sockette and they're a size small, and it really makes a difference in how comfortable my feet are in the daytime. And but what I was coming to talk about was while I was sewing, while I was mending, everything, variety of things went through my head, and the advice to my child. And one of them was, I don't know what I was doing yesterday, but I guess looking at your marks, I'm proud of you. And you're spending so much time on your homework this year and getting that done. I remember when we used to study and I'd help write up all the questions, and I'd have to go through the chapters myself and write everything out to make sure I understood it before I started asking you questions, so I could talk to you about it and double check that you understood it. Because sometimes when you think you understand something one way, it's not exactly the way that it is. I always had that. I had that happen to me a lot in school, and sometimes it takes you even a couple of years before you realize that you hadn't understood it properly the first time and still could have answered the question properly. But just studying and when you keep going and apply yourself, and when you're not studying, you're working at something else that uses your brain or your talents or your outputs to help and keep you sharper and smarter. Scholarships. As early as grade 7, but certainly grade 9, is definitely a time to start thinking about scholarships and applying yourself and putting a lot of work into practice, because the more you practice something, like drawing, and you know about drawing and how much you've improved and how easy drawing is for you, but you've been drawing since you were 3, maybe even 2, some drawing, and constantly doing it. Same thing with studying, same thing with math, same thing with French, same thing with practicing your verbs and your agreements. The more you do it, even if it's just boring to do it, or if you make up games the way I try to do, to keep yourself interested and to keep other people interested. When you get to the end of school, your marks may get you a scholarship, which is money that somebody gives you, a school or a school board or a union or a bunch of companies. And then there are certain scholarships that are set out there. If with your guidance counselors and things, can show you a list, and you can look for lists online. Foundations in memory of people or companies who offer scholarships, and you could possibly work for them. You make sure it's a good company, and because some companies will offer you a scholarship or will help pay your tuition, but you have to owe back time to them, and they're not all safe to work for. But when you can apply to get good marks or do something really strong, and you don't have to be the first, you don't have to come first. A lot of times I came third, but I still always got the scholarship, or did get the scholarship at the end. You can come 4th or 5th and still get scholarships, because most people are only allowed to receive one scholarship usually, and so there's always a lot left over. And if you keep your marks up, you'll be in the running for the better scholarships. Sometimes they come with a summer job. Sometimes they come with extra money. Sometimes they come with extra benefits like travel or encouragement to try out working for that company, or just free stuff even. But keep your marks up and keep your work up and keep up your knowledge, because sometimes they even have scholarship exams that are based on the information that you've learned and studied, and things you've kept yourself good at. Because your future is always just 2 steps away. And moms and dads like to believe that they're planning for your future, but moms and dads don't always see the warriors that fumble in at them. So take some steps for yourselves too, and you'll be strong adults.